Today we're going to be working with a new program called Prezi. And you're going to be learning how to do this, and you are going to be making timelines of great composers. And I've made one here that I would like to show you. Remember, we've already discussed about the Baroque time period. And this, we focus in and we look specifically at some of the composers. And remember, we looked at Vivaldi. Now that's really how Bach looks. And then that's an overview of the three periods of music that we've been looking at in the last few weeks.
Could we use this program to do an ELA presentation too?
Sure, I don't see why not. We'll go to the computer room and we'll look at how this program works, and we'll look at how you can use it in your other classes as well.
Mine is taking forever to log in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mine
Of course.
yeah.
It's also mine.
That always happens. Why does the school have such slow internet?
Is anyone on YouTube right now?
Oh yeah, but I'm just waiting for everyone to log in so we can move on.
You know you're not supposed to be on YouTube at school, so close it down, and if anyone else is on YouTube, close it down now.
Why is this such a big deal? We're just listening to music. I'm not even watching it. I just make a playlist and minimize it while I'm working.
Well, do you know what bandwidth is?
Yeah, that's how fast your internet is.
Well, in a way, you're right. I want to show you a video that some students from Bruno created. And before you get after me for showing YouTube to explain to you why you shouldn't be using YouTube, I want to explain to you that there are a lot of educational uses for YouTube that make it worth it no matter how much bandwidth you use. So let's take a look at this video that these students created.
What is bandwidth? Bandwidth is a term we use to describe the amount of information that can be processed from the internet. It can be measured many different ways, but most commonly in bits per second and sometimes in bytes per second. Bandwidth is pretty open and shut when there's enough room for all the information. It is fine when there is only a little bit of information for big bandwidth, because it'll just have more room.
But wait, what do people mean when they say that there's not enough bandwidth for a web page?
This means that the information is too big to travel from the internet to your computer all at once, which is okay, but it will take a little longer to process, especially if there are lots of computers using the same bandwidth.
But it is safe to say that the larger a file is, the longer it takes to download.
So are some websites bigger than others?
Absolutely. Let's look at some examples. I've got a program on my computer that measures both the speed it is downloading and the total size of a website that it's downloading. Let's look at the video that you're using to listen to music. What is the name of the song?
Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Okay, so it looks like the video was about 25 megabytes. Now let's try some other websites. How about the school division homepage? We'll just reset the stopwatch on the program and then go to the homepage. Looks like it was about 0.14 megabytes. How about a Wikipedia page? Let's look up Canada. It is about 0.12 megabytes in size.
What about Prezi?
Do you want to test a finished presentation or the editor?
Let's test the editor since that's what we're trying to use today.
Okay, I'll log in and then I'll start the stopwatch. Then I'll create a new Prezi and edit it for the same amount of time that the song plays, which is about 4 minutes. We'll see how many megabytes it takes to load the editor and do the editing. It looks like it has taken about 1.5 megabytes. Now let's put these numbers into Excel and graph them so we can see how they compare.
Wow, I can't believe it's that much bigger.
Yep, it's 16 times bigger. That means for every one student on YouTube, 16 students could be using Prezi, and they'd only use up the same amount of bandwidth. So you see, watching videos or just listening to them while you work can really affect others in the school.
So why don't they just block YouTube? Can't they do that?
Yes, they can actually, but there's so many good educational uses for YouTube, they don't want to do that. Because it really is worth the amount of bandwidth that's used when it's used for educational purposes. The basic rule of thumb is this: you should ask yourself, am I using it for some purpose that is educational? If you are, then go ahead and use it. We encourage you to do that. But if there is no real educational purpose to you watching it, you shouldn't be watching it, even if it means you just have it minimized while you're working.
Is it just YouTube, or are there other websites that use up a lot of bandwidth?
Actually, anything with a video component on it uses up a lot of bandwidth.
Alright, it makes sense now. I just thought you didn't want me on YouTube while I was working. I'll close it. Thanks.